Hello, hello. Hello, everyone. I hope I'm coming in A-okay. Welcome. There isn't a lot of you, and by a lot of you, I mean, I think there's only one of you at the moment. But that's fine. I don't feel the need to be desperate for your attention or whatever. Um, So, hello. Actually, hold on a second. There we go. All right. Hello, everybody. It's probably going to mostly only be people watching VODs who are going to hear this part. But hello. Welcome to my stream where we dream. And we make Yuri games. At least that's what we've been doing so far. Yeah, welcome, everyone of you. everyone quite literally, every one person. Thank you for coming on, and if you're watching the VOD, thank you for watching the VOD. Probably gonna be a shorter stream today, just so I do a tidy bit of 3D modeling. We had a big old stream on Sunday. If you haven't seen that, you can check out the VOD on my channel. We also had a very good first stream last Wednesday, but today seems like kind of a slow day. Kind of seems like we don't got a lot of people here, which is fine. But yeah. I wish chat was here. I kind of miss having somebody to bounce off of, you know. But yeah, we're gonna do some 3D modeling today, and I think that's about it. I don't really plan on doing that much today. I'll probably only be on for about an hour-ish, maybe an hour or two. So we'll see if people come in. If not, so be it. This will be a fun little, I guess, like, faux podcast. Faux show. Like, you could just kind of put this on like it's a TV show or something. Yeah, shouldn't be too exciting. Shouldn't be too crazy. It'll probably be very mild-mannered the whole time. So yes, as a reminder for those of you who weren't here on Sunday, I am making a game for the Toxic Yuri Game Jam. So I have to work on 3D models for that, which is going to be the whole thing for today. We're going to make some 3D models. Shouldn't be too long, but that's kind of the game plan, is to keep working on the 3D model I was working on last time I was on stream. Now, when I show you this 3D model, you're going to think, wow, Zeta, you've done genuinely nothing since the last time we've seen this model, which is slightly true. But it doesn't mean I haven't been doing anything. The script for the game is almost complete, which is around, I want to say, 12,000 words, if I'm thinking of my numbers correctly. So that's almost done. I've been working with my artist, been getting a lot of good work done. So it is now back to working on them 3D models, baby. And I think I'll just kind of get into it, and if people show up, they show up, and if they don't, stream will end even earlier. And I'll delete the post off my socials, and we'll pretend this didn't happen. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's let's do the dang thing. Unfortunately, nobody's here in chat, so I can't be like, chat, do you remember that guy on TikTok that would chug a shit ton of liquid? But no, unfortunately, no, you wouldn't. All right, let's see here. I'm I'm like sitting here trying to remember where I put things. There we are. Alright, cool. I've got to do a new window capture for Blender. There we go. There we go. That looks good. Alright, cool. And we continue onwards in working on this. Let's see here. I forgot I was streaming for a moment. I'm a little tired today. Can you tell? I'm trying to think of things to talk about. Kind of a slower day for me. Kind of a wispy, kind of tired afternoon. Now I'm like thinking about how I want to tackle this. I'm gonna quick block out Blender for a second because I gotta go through my files for something. Let's see here. I just need to borrow some things from a previous model. Let's see here. There we go. And now we can bring back Blender. There we are. And then a quick take this. I just want to borrow some neck paws. Go, and then I will highlight the neck, and then separate selection. There we are. That's what I wanted. And then we'll move this over here. And then where do necks go? Well, I also got to set origin to geometry, so here we go. And now nobody's watching. I'm just by myself. Fuck it. just that kind of day. Things are going to be a little chill here. Which I shouldn't be too surprised about. I set my stream day as Wednesday on a total whim because I was like, this is the only day where I don't work, like, consistently. And now I'm like, oh, wow. I forgot everybody else works on Sunday. So now I'm just left here. A little lone ski. Kind of a bummer. I miss all my buddies. But you know, slow days, fast days. I'm trying to think of anything to talk about. It's so much easier. I really undervalue chat for, like, their ability to just, like, give me an infinite conga line of shit to talk about. Oh, hello, Ale. Somebody's here. But yeah, kind of a slow day. But yeah, I kind of undervalue the ability of chat to give me endless shit to talk about. Whereas, like, now, I'm just like, I don't know. Slow day, slow chat. I feel like nobody's, like, drilling me on my need to fucktorial. It me, it you. I think that ought to be good. I'm kind of worried about if I extend the head out more, giving this person a fat head. Let's see here. Alright, what do I want to work on? I think this neck is too small, actually. Let me just... Or is it too short? I can't tell which of those is the issue. There we go. I'm trying to think about, like, what people look like when they face me. No, I think that's fine. That seems anatomically correct. Correct. Cool. I think I'll start sculpting this character's hair. I think that's gonna be the thing. RN. So we're gonna add a cube. Check it up. There we go. Let's see. Now I'm thinking about how to do this. And then... There we go. And then I can go into object mode, solid, and then we will add a mirror modifier. Bam. And then we can get to doing some editing. But yeah, slow goings. Game development is a process, and so is streaming, and that's all right. Slow day. I think this is the first time I've started off a stream, and it's been, like, slow. Which, like, you're bound to have one, you know? Sometimes you gotta eventually have your dud. And this is the dud. Sometimes you have a stream, and it's gonna be mid, and you just know it is. But you love her anyway. You love the person in spite of being mad. I think if if because how long have I been streaming? Almost 20-ish minutes since stream started. Yeah, I think if we hit an hour and things don't move. Oh, I just realized the top of my screen still says playing Metro Gravity. Let me fix that actually. There we go. Oh. There we go. There we go. All right, cool. Well then, if stream doesn't pick up in like 30 minutes or so, I'll probably just call it. But that's all right. Let's see here. Actually, you know what I should do instead of sculpting this character's hair? I'm gonna quick delete that. And then I'm going to object add. Oh wait, I'm hitting Control A. I love not learning my keyboard bindings. It's my favorite. After I learned about the Toxic Yuri Game Jam, I decided to partake. So I'm conducting industrial espionage. Oh no. My competition is here. I doubt it's gonna matter that much because I'm gonna win. I'm such a dickhead. Nah, but for real, I don't care. Come here and watch the girl who's gonna beat you make shit. There we are. So you might be looking at this, you might be like, Zeta, what the fuck are we doing? And I think you'll be very intrigued by where this is going. But yeah, Toxic Yuri Game Jam. I hope I don't inspire too many people to enter. Not on some, like, nobody can enter but me type shit, but more so on like I am worried if I invite too much competition always. Although I think there's already like 400 people entered in to partake in it, which is you know, I wouldn't call it worrying because of course I'm gonna win. but I would say it's like worrying adjacent, I would call it. Let's see. Let's see. It's also maybe a good thing not too many people showed up today. Because being a little honest, I'm a little tired. I'm too eepy. I'm a little tired, girl. And oh no, I guess I just didn't get enough sleep last night. Is probably the thing. If you actually win, you're gonna have the chance to be so smug about it. Honestly, yeah, probably. I've been making little audio logs for myself because I've already decided, win or lose, I'll probably make a video about participating in it. And so I've been like making audio logs for myself. And in them, I'm just like, if I do win, I'm going to sound like such a bitch. If I don't win, I'm going to sound really dumb. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to say I feel confident. I feel hopeful, I think is the primary thing for me. Yeah, I remember I heard about the event from, I know quite a few people who were entered, surprisingly. Because my friend introduced me to it when she entered. I don't know what name she'll enter under. She has like 18 different internet aliasi. So I don't really know what name she'll choose to enter under. But I'm very intrigued by what she'll do. So yeah, I know a surprisingly a few people. And I'm willing to bet just like doing stuff on it is going to increase the odds of like people wanting to do it. I hope they do it again next year. They haven't announced any plans for this to be like a more than a one-time thing. But I think it would be pretty gosh darn neat if they did it again. You know, coming from the future winner of it. Okay, I'll stop being a dickhead about it. Who doesn't have a million names on the internet, especially while trans? That is fair. That is fair. I will say, I think I only have like 2 internet names right now, and I'm trying very hard to keep them separate from each other. So, people are figuring out who the other one is. But yeah, like, nah, I get that. I think the true magic of having a million names on the internet is like seeing what people call you when they don't know your real name. But unfortunately, I made too many of my internet names my real name. Like, so many of my internet names are just Zeta, and I'm like, my name is Zeta IRL. So I'm like, it's not too crazy. I don't get called anything crazy. I will say, like, recently I've been looking through comments, because I always do whenever I post a new video. It gets, like, traction in my old videos, blah, blah, blah. Recently I've been going through my comments. It's, like, kind of, it wigs me out to see so many people, like, using my name. Just being like, yo, Zeta. And I'm like, oh, I didn't know we were friends like that. Just like, oh wow, I didn't know we were on a first name basis. you surprised me. Not to say it's a bad thing. I just think it's like a little interesting. Is this looking sufficiently like a witch hat? Or does it need to be bigger? You see, is that the the thing with witch hats is I'm like, is it like a size thing? Because if I make it just a touch bigger, I feel like that communicates the shape much better. The superhero struggle. You know, being trans is just being a superhero. Including random billionaires hating you. Shout out Superman. Split identities. crazy weather we've been having. Let's see here. Oh no, I think I really like this shape, at least for right now. Yeah, you know what? I'll keep this. I think this ought to work. And then I will add another plane. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Where I live, it's getting so warm, I feared my computer would just melt Terminator style. It's barely starting to get warm where I am. I had to, and me and my partner had to buy an air conditioner because our apartment just doesn't have one. And it's showing up on Monday, and it's supposed to get hot as hell soon, which is a little worrying for me. It's a touch. I'm not gonna act like I'm not sweating about it, because I am. Just a touch. But yeah, weather over here hasn't been too bad yet, though it's supposed to get insane by the kind of the end of the week. Let's see here. Mirror. There we go. By the way, can you... Oh, wait, no, that's my desktop audio. I was like, there's no way my fan is so loud. It's like green barring that hard. It was my desktop audio. It was the music. I was sitting there. I was like, what the fuck is happening? Had me nervous for a second. I ain't gonna lie. Let's see here. Yeah. 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 I think that's good. Yeah. All right, onward. I will slay. I will slay. No. I mean, I will. But I will say, not having as many people here is oddly a little comforting in some small ways. Have you done much game making before? Honestly, no. I've done an occasional project here and there in a distant, long lost life that I will never publicly connect myself with again. But I've done a very tiny bit, but I would pretty far from like consider myself like a hardcore game dev or whatever, which like on one hand, you could see as a disadvantage, but I'm like, I don't know. Most of the entries are going to be through RenPy, which is a pretty simple engine. I'm not like super threatened by the idea of having to code in fucking RenPy. Oh, ew. Let's see. And then I could do this. Oh, hi, Maria. It's nice to see you again. But yeah, I'm not like threatened by RenPy. What did I miss? Fuck all. Stream has been extremely slow goings today, which is fine. Some days are just bound to be slower than others. And this is a slow day. We're just kind of having fun sitting here. Yeah, LA is also like, shit ain't happening. We talked about the weather, I guess, if that's the type of thing that that really gets you going. Sitting here being like Zeta's #1 what's the word I'm looking for? Meteorologist fan, just sitting here being like, fuck! I would have loved to talk about the weather. God damn it! But yeah, not a lot has happened so far, which, like, is fine. Today's a slower day. I'll probably end stream, not like right now, but like sooner rather than later. It'll probably be like an hour long or like so stream. I doubt I'll be on for too crazy long. Not the weather. Yeah, truly. I'm gonna trap you in coworker talk. You guys want to discuss the like the coffee machine? It's been acting up lately. It's so stupid. Let's see. What do I want to do here? You know, actually, a part of me. We're gonna quick delete this. I'm like thinking in shapes now. I'm like, a lot of 3D modeling, and this is why I think it might be like a slightly less satisfying process to watch than drawing. Is a lot of me trying something out and then being like, this looks like shit, and then just trying something else. So we'll see what I end up doing here. What if I oh god. There we go. Oh god, not sculpt mode. Save me, not sculpt mode. But yeah, what was I talking about before? Oh, I'm not super intimidated by developing in RenPy. The language model it uses seems very simple. It doesn't seem that crazy. Hello, that spiky thing. What's up? Nothing much. Kind of a slow day. We're just doing some 3D modeling. We're just chilling, having a good time. Kind of just working through some stuff. Trying to see what's gonna work, what isn't. Am I drunk? Hello? Oh, Jesus. I forgot which way the x-axis was. I was like, what the fuck is happening? I was in the x-axis, not the y. Oh, hell yeah. Imagine reading a book. Dweeb. Throws you in the locker. No, reading is fucking rad. I've been getting into reading more, which makes me feel a little dumb to say as like an adult woman, to be like, yeah, I've been fucking with reading, and like what I've been reading is like romance novels. mostly. But yeah, I don't know. It's a strange hobby to get into. Kind of this late into life, but I'm rather appreciative of it. It's been good. It's been a good thing to help me distress, especially compared to like how much time I used to spend on social media that would just like stress me the fuck out. By the way, I actually started Ruby at the end. I'm like halfway through season 1. I just want you to know it's entirely your fault. Okay, well, you know what? It is my fault. I should have taken more responsibility and tried to stop you, but hey, at least you'll be informed for the eventual day I make a Ruby video when I break my oath. And I finally make a Ruby video. That day will be the day that like the first ever 8-hour video goes on my channel. Ruby gives me like endless amounts of shit to talk about. Like all of my friends have gotten the Ruby spiel at some point. Which like someday might be a thing on the channel. Someday. I don't know. I'm like 50-50. I'm 50-50 on if it'll end up there someday. I love how we're all just asking Maria things now. Maria, how was your day? But yeah. Also, like, I need to start recognizing, right? Like, I hate the term influencer, but I have been recently feeling that, like, power. Like, the power to influence people. I think is a little understated in my, like, field. Air quotes. Wow, this just pass the script to someone so you don't have to. I think it's so funny to imagine just like somebody being like, wow, this random YouTuber sounds exactly like Zeta. This is not working. I'm deleting this shit. It sounds exactly like Zeta. Playing Twilight Princess? Fuck yeah, that game rules. That game's fucking great. Unpopular opinion, but I think that game's better than Ocarina of Time. But you didn't hear it from me. I've just been skinning infant babies today. Fuck yeah, Terry. See, we're starting to get the squad back together. The chat's filling up. Zeta's just starting her villain arc. I don't think I could ever truly be a villain. Although some people are already convinced I'm the villain of their life. Causal powers. Time to manipulate. I may have kind of becoming its biggest hater. You cannot be Ruby's biggest hater because the issue is Maria. I am Ruby's biggest hater. But yeah, like, I don't know, feeling the ability to influence people. I guess I could be evil with it, but I don't have the desire to. Whenever like somebody tells me like something really drastic, I get like a little scared, right? Like I remember I got one comment where somebody's like, I started HRT because of you. Oh, Twilight Princess? Damn. Fair enough. Be its hater. I'll be its defender. What was I just thinking about? No, I actually lost the thought I was in the middle of. So, it's gone. The influencing people. I got a comment that was like, I started HRT because of you. And I was just like, oh, fuck. I've done something. This person's life is like irrevocably changed because of me on some level. And like, I also accept that that person was probably going to do it no matter what. like they were probably just going to do HRT eventually. But I'm still like, damn. That's fucking insane that I caused you to do a thing. Every time I see a name of a place for interrupts me and says what I just saw. Fuck yeah. But I feel like that's every Zelda game outside of like, or I should say like all the 3D Zeldas do that shit where it's like, oh my god, I'm your annoying fuck ass sidekick. Let me just stop you in the middle of whatever you're doing to like sit here and lecture you about some dumb shit. And in that way, I feel like maybe Midna's at least a little better than like Fi and Navi, because at least she has like a personality about it. But like not as good as like Tattle, because like Tattle had like a ton of personality, had like a full character arc of their own. Yeah, the power to influence people is kind of crazy. I'm kind of like your guys's like Midna, if you think about it. I just exist off to the side. You're having your own adventure and I'm just in your ear. You're watching this in the background. I'm almost certain of it. All 5 of you. I know what you do. I know what I am to you. You're watching this shit in the background. While you live your life or do whatever you're doing. I know what I am to you. Navi just interrupts you in like the first dungeon. That's fair. She doesn't actively interrupt. She just gives you like that notification sound of being like, I have dialogue. That's optional. But yeah, I think Fi is definitely the worst about it, right? Because Fi has like no personality. They try to give her a character arc, but it's not a very good one. IMO, I'm like a big robot fucker. Third one in the game. It's for teens. Yeah, that's fair. What was I thinking? Oh, Fi like doesn't work for me, and I'm like a huge robot fucker. I just tabbed out as you said that. Stop watching me. Fi is from Skyward Sword, right? Yeah, she is. I'm a big robot fucker, so honestly, like, out of anybody, Fi should work for me the most. But like, I don't know, something about her. Like, I feel like her character arc is a little underbaked. But I could say that about most of the character arcs from Skyward Sword, where I think a lot of them kind of just needed more time in the oven. Like, I love Groose, but like, I also feel like he needed a little more narrative time and weight to like function in the narrative role he was given. So yeah. No one in Western academia cares about him, bro. Wilted Rose. I can't relate. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a huge like philosophy girl. Which, like, you'd look at my YouTube channel and be like, oh, this is a bitch who reads philosophy. She reads theory. But I'm like, I really don't. I don't know. Not to say I don't think it's valuable. Of course I think it's valuable. Blah, blah, blah. You know. But I don't know. I just never have. My friend, though, like my bestie, they love theory and they chat to me fucking constantly about it, and I just have to sit there and be like, yeah, for sure, whatever you say. But I feel like most philosophers are just kind of finding an excuse to like really overanalyze their own brainworms, right? Because I think about Freud, like that's a dude who wanted to fuck his mom so bad, And he was like, everybody wants to fuck their mom. And it's like, no. Yeah, I read theory of compulsion. I read game theory. I wonder how the FNAF bitches are doing with that new game. I haven't played a FNAF game in a good while. I was thinking about maybe playing Secrets of the Mimic on stream, but I have a tiny bit of a confession to you all, chat, and you're gonna judge me for it. But I'm kind of a pussy. I'm gonna be so real. I'm kind of a pussy. I do really terrible with being jump scared and like being chased. And it seems like the new game's got a lot of that going on. So, to be fair, every 2 months on social media, somebody proves them right. Okay, yeah, but just because people want to fuck their mom generally doesn't mean that wanting to fuck your mom is like a core part of your psychology. Also, he didn't even take into account like women who want to fuck their mom. You know what I mean? Women who want to fuck their mom. God, I'm funny. But like he didn't even take that shit into account. So like, how am I supposed to fucking take anything he says seriously? We need a psychoanalytical reading of Secrets of the Mimic immediately. Yeah, that'll be my next video. How about that? I don't even know if you like Star Wars, but sorry. What do you think of the L3-37 women from the Han Solo movie? I did not see this movie. Hold on, chat. Chat. We're looking up the robot women. Hold on a second. L337. What am I getting? Oh, sorry. Solo. Yeah. Depends on her voice, but I might fuck her. I was joking. I was not. You know, if Freud wanted to be, who watched the Han Solo movie? Question. I heard the novelization was good. Which feels like an insane thing to say about a fucking Star Wars movie. But genuinely, I have. What was I saying? Oh, but if Freud wanted to be taken seriously, he would have taken into account women who want to fuck their mom. And women who want to fuck moms. AKA me. Weren't people hating that movie because Robot woke? Isn't Robot woke? Are we woke? Yo, Robot, you woke. Guys, when we make robots, are they going to be woke? Actually, what the fuck am I saying? Of course they're going to be woke. We already have, like, Grok on Twitter being like, Elon told me to lie about white genocide. I didn't even really feel like it. And it's like, damn. Oh, yes, the movie was atrocious. Jesus. Yeah, like, I feel like if Freud wrote about how women want to fuck their mom, I feel like he'd be a little more spot on. I do think his idea of like wanting to return to the womb is very interesting. Because like, I don't think that's correct, but I think it's an interesting idea, right? So like, it's like not something I'd like approve of, but it's definitely something I'd at least be like, how interesting, Mr. Freud. Would you like to walk back to the back of the class? But I like the woke robot. Did anyone thought it was gonna be good? I don't know. People believe in anything. You'd be surprised. I tend to be more hopeful than most people. I tend to be on the side of like, we'll see if it's good, and then I'm disappointed. And that goes for like anything that's a bad idea. I tend to be like, let's hear them out. Let's let him cook. I wasn't connected to the conversation around it. Honestly, that's probably better for you. That probably saved you a lot of room in your mind palace. It gave you a lot of peace that some people don't have. Some people fight about Star Wars shit like it's their, like, lives. They're like, this is my one thing. This is like politics to me. I'm just like, oh, Jesus. Dude, it's not that dire. Like, what the fuck are you fighting for? The fictional, well, and Visions. Was Visions the anthology? Am I tripping? Hold on. Now I'm opening up Google. Oh, I liked Visions. I thought Visions was very good. I like the Imaishi episode was fucking fantastic. I loved it. Actually, you know what, Maria? We're gonna be arguing on a lot of our tastes. I actually like The Last Jedi quite a bit. Which is like my other, like, I have like a handful of takes that are like so contrarian. People think I'm like bullshitting them whenever I say it. Yeah, I actually like The Last Jedi. Yeah, that makes sense. Which, you know, is always a good sign, yeah. I still, to this day, like, I still grieve the... So, like, originally, Marvel reached out to Edgar Wright to make the Ant-Man movie. And it was only, like, because, like, of creative differences that Edgar Wright, like, left. And I'm still, to this day, like, fuck, man. I want to know what an Edgar Wright Ant-Man movie looks like. I'm dying to see what that would have turned out to be, because that sounds fucking awesome. There has been a hole on the side of this whole time. That's crazy. I'll have to do something about that at some point. I didn't like it when I saw it, but I was like 13. Something about that opinion really tickles me. I don't know why. Yeah. You know what? People in fandoms do contain multitudes. Hey, you know what? Since we have a few people here in chat, do you guys want to see some 2D art for the game? We into the idea of getting a little sneak preview of some stuff. Does that sound fun? Would that be fun for y'all? Let me grab a piece of art. Let me see if I can if I got something to show you guys. I got a loose sketch. You guys want to look at a sketch? You guys fucking with sketches? Okay. Let's see here. Put that there. And then go over to downloads. All right, you ready? Oh shit! I fucking hate computers. Here we go. I thought I dragged it into the program, but it's not here. Okay. Oh, it's because I'm in edit mode. I was like, why the fuck didn't it show up? I dragged it into Blender. Okay. Bow. Here's a little bit of a preview of smart me and my artist did for their section of the game. So for a bit of context, I'm going to be very vague about it because, you know, we're still working on things, blah blah blah. Half, probably less than half, but like one part of the game will be 3D characters, 3D backgrounds done by me, and then the other half of the game will be picture backgrounds and then drawn art by my artist. And so here is some work we've already done on sketching out sprites, I think like a day or so ago. So there you go, a little sneak preview, a little peeky peek at our two leads. How intriguing, how interesting. So yeah, we kind of did this. It's been fun. It's fun working with an artist because you just give ideas and they're like, oh, here's like a beautiful rendering of your concepts, and it's like, wow, I didn't have to do anything. I love delegating my work. Oh, thank you. So which half of the game is supposed to be a drug trip with crazy visuals? Probably my half. My half's a little weirder. But yeah, that's kind of how we're delegating the work right now. How things are looking. Hold on, I gotta like lean my head in for this one. Just had a thought because the psych is unrepresentable. It can't be because only through engagement in the environment, creationally induced and created by the ego. Fuck yeah, dude. I'm not 100% what that means, but I'm fucking with that. But yeah, this is what we got so far. And then like this 3D model, and then I have 12,000 words down on the script, which is almost done. I think I just need to edit it, and then it should be ready for implementation. My whole goal is probably, by the time next time you see this model, I want it to be done, and whatever stream you see it on next will probably be texturing it. My main goal is to hopefully have like the models I need done by like the end of this week, the end of next week, maybe. It's kind of what I'm looking at. I tend to work faster when I'm not on stream. So but yeah, I think we should be able to get this done. It's kind of fun warping the perspective on the image. Could you imagine? This is what it's gonna look like in game. I'm having too much fun with the camera. But yeah, this is kind of what we're working on. I'm very excited for the project. I think it's, from what I've written, what I've worked on, I think it's going to be very good. It's probably going to be my favorite thing I've made under the Zeta the Forward Thinker name, which is cool. It feels cool to make a big project like this. Big, I say. It's a month's worth of effort, but it's a fun thing. Hopefully, I'm hoping y'all will like it. Hopefully, we'll have to see though. We are just passing over the hour mark on the stream. So part of me is kind of feeling like wrapping up, honestly. I think today might just be an ultra short stream, which will just have to be okay. I'm willing to do a bit of wind down. Sometimes you just start something. Like I started 3D modeling, and then I was just like, I'm not getting shit done. I'm just not doing anything. Fucking hell. So I think we could take a pause on that for a bit. And then we can come back to this another day. Let me pull up my stock footage again so we have something to talk over. Let's see here. All right, there we go. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother. There we go. But yeah, I think this is a good stopping point, having a tiny bit of a shorter stream, just giving a bit of updates about what I'm doing. I will probably be back on later this week. If God wills it, maybe Sunday. if the Lord will have me, no. Probably maybe Sunday, maybe not. We'll see. But yeah, I think this is kind of gonna be it. It's gonna be a shorter stream today. Thank you all for coming. It started off super slow, but we got a bunch of people going. We had some fun conversations, I think. But my voice is kind of giving out. I'm kind of tired. I don't know. Something about today. The energy wasn't quite right for me. But I'll probably be on later this week. Probably like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I think my partner is like working nights those days, so we'll see. Because I usually stream while my partner's out. But yeah, thank you so much for coming around. I'm trying to think if I have anything else to talk about. Later today, I'll be putting up the post for questions over on my Patreon. So if you follow me on Patreon, go drop your questions there for my newest video. We'll be doing a Q&A about it. And then I'll be giving some thoughts about the video overall. I'm trying to think anything else, any other cool updates. Sunday, new YouTube Shorts. / new video, but for the rest of this month you're not getting a new video because you got a new video. New video every month. Yuri game in about 28 days, so look forward to that. And yeah, otherwise I think that's kind of everything. So thank y'all for coming, for showing up, for being here, for being queer. I know my audience. And I hope you all have a great rest of your day, like, honestly. And I will be back on soon. Probably earlier than you think. So yeah, see you whatever day I stream again. Later.